Everyone remembers Bosnia and Herzegovina for the war, but almost nobody remembers what survived. Beyond the headlines lies a country where emerald rivers carve through ancient mountains, where centuries-old bridges still unite divided worlds, and where every valley whispers a story of resilience. This isn't the Bosnia you think you know. This is the hidden heart of Europe. Bosnia and Herzegovina sits quietly in the Western Balkans, surrounded by countries that attract millions of visitors every year, yet many travelers pass it by without ever stopping. For decades, the world's image of Bosnia was frozen in time, defined by conflict, broken buildings, and painful memories. But history tells only one chapter of its story. Long before modern borders existed, this land stood at the meeting point of powerful civilizations. Romans crossed these valleys. Ottoman architects raised elegant mosques beside medieval churches. Austro-Hungarian boulevards appeared alongside ancient stone streets. Few places in Europe blend so many cultures within such a small landscape. Today, that diversity shapes everything. From the skyline of Sarajevo to the quiet villages hidden among the mountains. Bosnia is not simply a country recovering from its past. It is a place where history never truly disappeared. It simply learned to live alongside the present. Perhaps that's why those who finally visit often leave with the same question. Why did the rest of the world overlook this place for so long? Bosnia became a meeting place for empires, unlike almost anywhere else in Europe. And to understand its soul, we first need to understand how East and West collided on this land. There are few places in Europe where the call to prayer, church bells, and cathedral chimes can all be heard within the same walk. Bosnia and Herzegovina is one of them. For centuries, this land stood at the crossroads of powerful empires. During the 15th century, the Ottoman Empire brought Islam, elegant stone bridges, bustling bazaars, and a new architectural identity. Mosques rose beside medieval churches, while public fountains and caravanserais turned Bosnia into an important link between East and West. Then in 1878, another empire arrived. Austro-Hungary introduced wide boulevards, grand civic buildings, railways, and European urban planning. Instead of erasing what came before, many of these new developments settled alongside the Ottoman legacy, creating a cityscape unlike anywhere else on the continent. Nowhere is this contrast more striking than in Sarajevo. Within just a few minutes' walk, you can leave the narrow stone streets of the old Ottoman bazaar and step onto elegant Austro-Hungarian avenues that feel like Vienna. Few cities allow you to cross centuries of history simply by turning a corner, but Bosnia's diversity extends beyond architecture. Three major religious traditions, Islam, Eastern Orthodoxy, and Catholicism, have shaped the country's customs, festivals, cuisine, and daily life for generations. The result is not a perfect harmony, but a complex cultural mosaic that continues to evolve. Perhaps that is Bosnia's greatest lesson. Different civilizations did not simply pass through this land. They left pieces of themselves behind, layer upon layer, creating an identity that belongs to neither East nor West alone, but to both. If you've enjoyed discovering this hidden side of Europe, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to Hidden Worlds. It helps us continue uncovering remarkable places that deserve to be seen by the world. Yet Bosnia's true identity wasn't shaped by empires alone. Long before cities were built and borders were drawn, powerful natural forces carved these mountains, rivers, and valleys, creating one of Europe's last great wildernesses. In the next chapter, we'll discover how nature became the silent architect of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Long before kingdoms rose or empires fought for this land, nature had already spent millions of years shaping Bosnia and Herzegovina. The country is dominated by the Dinaric Alps, one of Europe's oldest mountain ranges. Their rugged limestone peaks stretch across the Western Balkans, carving deep valleys, hidden caves, and dramatic canyons that still define the landscape today. These mountains did more than create breathtaking scenery. They protected isolated communities, preserved ancient traditions, and shaped the country's unique identity. Flowing through these mountains are some of Europe's clearest rivers. The Una, with its turquoise waters and countless waterfalls, is so pure that locals often describe it as the country's greatest treasure. The Emerald Neretva River cuts through steep cliffs before reaching the historic city of Mostar, where nature and history meet in perfect harmony. Beneath the forests lies another hidden world. Bosnia is home to thousands of caves, underground rivers, and one of Europe's largest karst landscapes. These unseen networks have quietly sculpted the country from below for millions of years, creating an extraordinary world that few visitors ever experience. Deep within Suceska National Park stands Perućica, one of the last remaining primeval forests in Europe. Here, towering trees have grown undisturbed for centuries. Some are older than entire nations. Walking beneath their towering canopy feels less like entering a forest and more like stepping back into Earth's distant past. Nature has always been Bosnia's greatest architect. It created barriers that protected cultures, rivers that sustained civilizations, and landscapes so wild that even today, large parts of the country remain untouched by mass tourism. Yet these mountains also witnessed one of the darkest chapters in modern European history. The same valleys that now echo with birdsong once echoed with explosions, and that story begins in Sarajevo. For centuries, Bosnia's mountains protected its people, but in the 1990s, they could no longer shield the country from a devastating conflict that captured the world's attention. In the next chapter, we'll discover how Sarajevo and Mostar became symbols not only of war, but of extraordinary resilience. For centuries, Sarajevo was known as a place where East and West met. Mosques, churches, and synagogues stood only steps apart, making the city one of Europe's most unique cultural crossroads. Everything changed in 1992. As war engulfed Bosnia and Herzegovina, Sarajevo endured the longest siege in modern European history. For nearly 4 years, ordinary people lived under constant shelling, struggling each day simply to survive, but the city refused to surrender. Children continued learning in underground shelters. Musicians performed despite the danger. A secret tunnel beneath the airport became Sarajevo's lifeline, bringing food, medicine, and hope to those trapped inside. The war also destroyed Mostar's famous Old Bridge, a symbol that had united people for more than 400 years. Yet after the conflict, it was rebuilt stone by stone, becoming a powerful reminder that even after unimaginable destruction, hope can rise again. Today, Bosnia remembers its past, but it is no longer defined by it. Its greatest strength is not surviving the war, but finding the courage to build a future. If this story has changed the way you see Bosnia and Herzegovina, please leave a like and subscribe to Hidden Worlds. Every subscription helps us continue discovering the hidden stories and extraordinary places that history often overlooks. Beyond Sarajevo and Mostar lies another Bosnia, one of forgotten mountain villages, hidden monasteries, emerald waterfalls, and traditions untouched by time. In the next chapter, we'll explore the places that reveal the country's true hidden world. Beyond Sarajevo and Mostar lies a Bosnia that many travelers never discover. High in the Dinaric Mountains sits Ljukomir, Bosnia's highest and most isolated village. Stone houses, ancient traditions, and a way of life unchanged for centuries make it feel as though time has simply stood still. Far to the south, the Blagaj Teki rests beneath towering cliffs beside the Emerald Buna Spring. Built over 500 years ago, the monastery seems to emerge directly from the rock, creating one of the most peaceful landscapes in the Balkans. Nature hides even more surprises. The waterfalls of Kravaca cascade into crystal-clear pools, while the medieval town of Jajce is one of the few places in the world where a waterfall flows through the heart of a historic city. These places rarely appear in travel brochures, yet together they reveal Bosnia's true character. Not a country defined by war, but one shaped by nature, history, and quiet resilience. Sometimes, the greatest discoveries are the ones the world has almost forgotten. Bosnia and Herzegovina has survived empires, wars, and centuries of change. But what is the one lesson this remarkable country leaves for everyone who visits? In our final chapter, we'll discover why Bosnia's greatest treasure isn't a place. It's a way of seeing the world. Bosnia and Herzegovina is often remembered for its past. But those who truly experience this country leave with a very different memory. They remember the warmth of strangers who welcome them with coffee and conversation. They remember the sound of rivers flowing beneath ancient bridges, the silence of mountain villages at sunrise, and the feeling of standing where so many cultures have learned to live side by side. Bosnia teaches us that history can leave scars, but it does not have to define the future. A nation can lose buildings, bridges, and even generations, yet still preserve its identity, its traditions, and its hope. Perhaps that is why Bosnia remains one of Europe's best-kept secrets, not because it hides from the world, but because the world has not taken the time to truly understand it. The greatest journeys are not always to the most famous destinations. Sometimes, they lead us to places that quietly change the way we see history, nature, and humanity. Bosnia and Herzegovina is one of those places, and maybe, one day, it will become one of yours. If you enjoyed exploring the hidden side of Bosnia and Herzegovina, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Hidden Worlds, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey. Which hidden country should we explore next? Let us know in the comments below. Until then, keep exploring, keep wondering, and we'll see you in the next Hidden World.